home sites and onto neutral fields. What's the bigger factor, the battle-tested team or the better-rested team? Welcome to Pasadena, California, and the iconic Rose Bowl, presented by Prudential, part of the college football playoff. As we'll see the number 6 seed in this playoff, the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers, taking on a playoff team from last year, the USC Trojans. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. Time to find out who's going to be moving on in the college football playoff. Team is out there. Great energy as this playoff game is about to get underway. And here's the return from inside the 5. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. Use the ground game here. Breaks the tackle to get back to line of scrimmage, but that's it.
Well, we've seen this from this defense all year long, the ability to stop the run, and they get things started here on this first play of the game with being stout up front.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Ball handed off. That's a strong stiff arm. He led out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
That run picks up first down yardage, a fresh set of downs for this offense. And here's the handoff. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout where they check it out. Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. Change of pace now, looking to throw the football. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. Heads out of bounds after a solid game.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
And the single back takes the handoff. Nowhere to run on that play. They've got him in the backfield. That's a loss of a yard. They don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kurt, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows in the physicality he has against the run as well. Well, there's nothing better for an offensive coordinator than having a quarterback kind of get into a rhythm early in this game. Another great completion. This guy is off to a great start in this big playoff game.
Here comes a handoff. Running with purpose. You make the stop at the 26, but it's a first down. This offense in good scoring position now. This is a determined running back just refusing to be brought down that time by the defense.
You know, the coaches told us that this guy's one of the hardest workers on the entire team. And you can see all that offseason work that he put in has paid off. That time, shaking free from those defenders and getting more positive yards.
That's a strong run. They finally tackle him down at the 4.
This is a risky call by the offense. A lot of times you'll see these plays get blown up, but not here. The receiver turns on the jets and makes a big play downfield for a nice chunk of yards.
And the Hilltoppers come to the line with 1st and goal. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Touchdown, Hilltoppers, as they claim the lead in this playoff game. We come out in the playoff game, Curtin, no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate and actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. So after pulling up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start at the 25. They're going to the air on the first play. Moves out of the pocket. On the run here. Lets it go. The receiver makes the catch. He's swarmed by the defense.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Now it's 2nd down here. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Intercepted, picked off by the defense.
Boy, just a drive killer right there, Chris. And he didn't seem to throw that ball with much confidence. Just put it up for grabs, and the defense comes down with it.
And here comes the Western Kentucky offense back on the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop?
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Love this early in the game by this defense, taking control of the line of scrimmage, not giving this back anywhere to go, and they keep him short of the first down.
The Hilltoppers looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. There's the snap, looking to throw the ball. Fires it to the wideout. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
Well, they decide to throw the ball here on 3rd down and short. I really thought the easy thing is just run the quarterback or hand it off, pick up the first down, keep this drive alive, and get 6 points on the board.
And the Hilltoppers will look to convert here on 4th down. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but man, make the play, bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
The Hilltoppers have 1st and 10 here. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
Coming to the line on 2nd down, this is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Fighting off the defender. Motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Western Kentucky. Well, they began with great field position, and that didn't take long at all, Kurt.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an opportunity. Your defense sets you up in great field position. You're not looking for a field goal. You're looking for a touchdown. Give the credit to this offense for being aggressive and punching it in.
The at the PHC, they take a 14-0 lead. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. Play of the drive now from the 25. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Going for a big play downfield. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
Big shot here early in the game by the offense, but man, you got to give the defense a lot of credit. Not surprised at all or caught off guard, but it's aggressive chance by this offense and good position to take that throw away.
So 2nd and 10 from the 25. Important to get something here to avoid that tough 3rd and long situation. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now 3rd down coming up.
One way to slow down a very gifted quarterback is to be able to get pressure on him. Right now, the defense coordinator is doing a great job of mixing up the looks, and the defense is winning the line of scrimmage, and I think it's really impacting this quarterback's rhythm.
Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Bringing pressure. Swarm to the pass rush. He's sacked.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
And the Trojans will bring their punt team on the field now. He'll field it close to the 50. And the coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. Hilltoppers offense retakes the field now. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
That gain makes it 2nd and medium. And now the handoff. And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Now you see this with a lot of backs. There's a tendency to want to try to bounce it to the outside. Now sometimes the play calls for it, but you know the coaches are telling them to follow the blockers and execute the plan.
It's 3rd down for the offense. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Caught by the receiver. That's a solid gain. Moves the football inside the 30 and a first down.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down, get him the ball.
Well, Kirk, Western Kentucky has the lead here, and the first quarter is in the books. What is a huge opportunity for both these programs to get a step closer to a national championship. And as we flip the field and begin quarter number 2, we'll see if they can continue to build this lead. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Toss it to the back, running left. And they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
Boy, how about the defensive speed there in the team pursuit? They recognize the toss sweep from the middle of the field and show their team speed to be able to eliminate this play.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Takes the ball and heads to the left side. But they tackle him after just a 2-yard gain, so it sets up a 3rd and 8.
Chris, I know it's not a huge gain. You didn't pick up the first down, but it's still early in this game. Never abort this running game. You keep working. It's kind of like a body blow in a boxing match. Keep wearing the defense down, and eventually you can hit a big one.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. He breaks free. And he's brought down just short of the marker on that play. Good job by the defense to prevent the first down.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
Now pass on the field goal attempt. The offense on the field going for it on 4th down. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. He's got it. Enough for a first down. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On 4th down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the first down.
And the Hilltoppers are looking to keep this drive going. They're going to run it here. Running through the tackle. Picks up a gain here. They'll stop him just a few inches short of the first down marker.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Looking for a man. Screen to the receiver in the flat. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything seems to be working. The coordinator is calling good plays. The quarterback and the rest of his receivers and running backs are executing. And frankly, this defense is showing almost no resistance.
The Hilltoppers looking to finish the drive here. It's 1st and goal. Send the back in motion. Here's the handoff on 1st and goal. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
I love that this defense is still fighting and still attacking. They're defending a 1st and goal play, and instead of just laying down and letting the offense score, no, they're not backing down. They get penetration, come up with a tackle for a loss.
So off the loss, it's 2nd and goal from the 7. Looking to score, they'll win it to the right side. Motors all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Hilltoppers.
And that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a 3rd or a 4th later today.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. First play of the drive now from the 25. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
So 2nd and 7 after the 3-yard pickup. This offense trying to get something going on this drive. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Looking for his big tight end. Makes the grab with plenty of room to run. They finally get him down, but it's a chunk play through the air.
And just like that, Chris, all of a sudden the offensive coordinator and the quarterback, they changed their approach. Now, that's a big play. So instead of just maybe trying to get into field goal range, now they're really thinking they got a shot to maybe get the ball in the end zone.
They stop him, but not before he reaches the 35. This offense really threatening now.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Wide open downfield. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Matt love that they continue to go back to this talented wide receiver. That's back-to-back plays with big gains, and it's not surprising. Like I said, the scouting report all week long, we heard about this guy's ability to make plays against this defense, and the quarterback and the receiver right now have a nice rhythm going.
Been a really productive drive, but the loss there now makes it 2nd and 12. A quick throw out left, complete. Finally, they get him. A great tackle by the quarterback. Not easy with that size difference. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long.
Again, this is a really nice job here by the defense, keeping everything in front of them in that situation. Now they're rewarded with this 3rd and long. We'll see if they do the same thing here, or they're going to settle out and bring the pressure.
And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the 2nd quarter. The head coach keeps the punt team on the sidelines for 4th down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Contact as he let the ball go. Intercepted in the end zone. He goes down, but they'll have a chance here now just before halftime.
Well, that's now 2 interceptions for this quarterback, and we're only in the first half. This is the exact start this defense was hoping for to create a ton of momentum.
They start the drive here, looking to make something happen in the final seconds before halftime. Gives it to the back. Fights off a defender. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. This will likely be the last play of the half. And now the running back's got it again. Breaking tackles and going. They finally make the stop after a big gain, but that'll wrap up the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And the Hilltoppers will kick this away to start the 2nd half. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. And the Trojans' offense is back out on the field. After falling way behind in the first half, they need to find a spark right now to cut into this big lead. And the pass rush finally gets home for a sack.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Short loss on the play sets up 2nd and long from the 18. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. The pass rush closing in. Receiver makes the catch.
Well, this is what separates the men from the boys right here. This quarterback knows he's going to get hit, does a good job of staying laser focused on his target, and as he throws that ball, he gets annihilated, but big positive yards because of that determination by the quarterback.
3rd down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the 3rd quarter. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Quick throw to the left. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now 4th down.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
The offense stays on the field. They're going to go for it on 4th down in their own territory. They tackle him at the 48, but it's enough for a new 1st down. And the Trojans hustle to the line to run the hurry up.
Trends show guys that are continuing to go for it on 4th down. But what's crazy to me, Chris, is deep in your own territory to go for it on 4th down. It's a big risk, but it pays off here.
Looking for his big tight end. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. He's brought down, but the game moves the ball to the 39.
Boy, just a great throw and outstanding accuracy by this USC quarterback. We always know over the years that SC has as much history as anybody at this quarterback spot, and sure is living up to that right now.
And the Trojans pick up 1st down yardage to keep the drive going. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. A quick throw to the right. And it's hauled in. Catch made way downfield. They finally stopped him, but that gain is good for a 1st and goal. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. And he finds the running back in the flat. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
Boy, the defense does such a good job of taking any threat downfield away. All he could do is throw it to his back, and a loss of yards, now you're behind the sticks.
On the read. Touchdown, Southern Cal, as they fight back here in this playoff game. That's a crucial score. Let's see if they can build momentum and complete this comeback.
Well, I know they're still trailing, but that score is a great first step in trying to break down this lead. You don't want to leave it all to the 4th quarter when the pressure really intensifies and you have limited time.
Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. On the hands team all over that to make the recovery. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back on the field. And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. 5-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 5.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on 1st down.
And the same runners got it again. They've got it in the backfield. Nowhere to run. They'll lose a yard on the play.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Makes a quick catch. And they're able to move the sticks. Set up now, 1st down at the 34.
Think about this, Chris. These guys have been working since January of last year to get ready for a dream season. They've had that. Now they're here so close into the postseason and the playoff, working with the lead. It comes down to a 3rd down. They do their job, convert. Now they keep working that clock and getting so much closer to advance into the next round.
They finally make the tackle, but he gets all the way to the 14.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. Keeps the confidence of your offensive lineup. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
The Hilltoppers will line up on 1st and 10. Press coverage now from the secondary. Handoff running right. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face. Well, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
We come to the line, a long way to go for the first half, but needing this crucial conversion right now. We're going to throw it on 3rd and very long. All over the middle. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
And the coach elects to send out the field goal unit. That one right down the middle. And they add to their lead.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there to start from the 25. First play of the drive now from the 25. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Oh, and he misfires just beyond the receiver's grasp.
Boy, what a call here by the offensive coordinator. Dialed it up perfectly. The play looked like it had a chance for a big gain. Unfortunately, the quarterback off on the accuracy, put that ball too far out in front of the receiver.
And throwing again on 2nd and 10. Looking for his big tight end. He's got his man wide open. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
What a gain here. Big play for this offense. The quarterback and receiver just seem to be in sync. Tough on that corner to try to make a play on that ball.
So this offense is threatening now. Ball inside the 40 after that explosive play. He fires it down the middle. Caught near the goal line. And he's in. Touchdown, USC.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. On the hands team does their job and secures the recovery. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. The Hilltoppers offense retakes the field now. Kept out of the end zone last time. Had to settle for a short field goal. Can they improve upon that here?
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane. Pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. A gain makes it 2nd and medium. They'll test the right side here. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
Well, I feel like they call that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run, but look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. It's press coverage now from these DBs. Well, Kirk, Western Kentucky has the lead here, sitting in a pretty good spot as you wrap up the third quarter, trying to keep those national championship hopes alive. Let's take a quick look at the game stats where we have a chance. 1 quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. Bring the pressure and down he goes.
You know, the quarterback looks like he makes the right read, but I got to tell you, I think he underestimated the speed of this defense and how quickly they were able to get to him to prevent him from picking up the first down.
They've converted both previous fourth down attempts, so why not try to make it 3 for 3? And he drops back in the gun. Finds his receiver. That's enough for the first down. Tackle made, but the game moves the ball to the 30.
Boy, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on fourth down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
And the Hilltoppers starting a new series here on 1st and 10. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Running back grabs it on a screen. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
A lot of times this can be a tough play to defend because you're so concerned with getting pressure on the quarterback. But here the defense does a good job of coming off of coverage and chasing down the receiver.
Second down after that completion. They'll try the right here. Breaks into open space. They finally make the tackle, but it's going to be 1st and goal from the 6.
Boy, this offense just seems to get more confident as this football game is played out. They've got a nice lead. Here they are in the fourth quarter, just working that clock, possessing the football, and trying to get out of here with a nice, solid victory.
He muscles into the end zone. Touchdown, Western Kentucky.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back, but the continuity of this offensive line was on display, and that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
So they'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. And the extra point up and good makes it a 3-score game, up 17 here in the fourth. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Now throwing here to start the drive. The short completion of the tight end. He's found some room at the 45. Gets out of bounds after a solid gain.
Chris, here we are in the fourth quarter. These guys are trailing. Hadn't been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. They stop him after a big gain. Move the ball to the 26. And the Trojans come to the line in the hurry-up. Well, this defense has played well with a letdown there. The QB throws his 3rd pick of the day. He's brought down quickly, but that takeaway is a huge play for this defense.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
Leaning on the run game here late. That run moves the ball to the 16.
Hey, it's a great job of running the football. It's the right idea, but the back's got to stay in bounds. Because remember, with the new rule in college football, the clock still stops momentarily until the referee sets the play clock for the next play, and then it'll start again. So stay in bounds and work that clock.
Takes the ball and heads to the left. Run it up the middle, but stuff for no gain.
That's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
So let's see what they like here on 3rd and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this first down. Defense is coming after him. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Boy, questionable call there on 3rd down. I know they don't convert, but why not run the ball? Keep the clock moving, especially working with the lead in the 4th quarter. Now you got a big decision here on 4th down and short.
They've been great on 4th down so far today. 3 for 3. Can they stay perfect? Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Catch made on the right side.
It's just not a smart decision, in my opinion, here to go for it on 4th down. And, Chris, I know we're kind of in this era now of analytics and when to go for it, when not to. People are aggressive by nature, but to go for it inside your own 20-yard line, the defense lined up, did what they had to do. They get the ball, and now look at the field position that they have.
Locates the tight end is complete. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. He'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. Looking to the end zone. And he makes the catch. Touchdown, Trojans.
Boy, great job here of finding him again. That's his 2nd touchdown reception in his football game.
Coach makes the decision to go for a 2-point conversion.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. And it's caught in the end zone for a 2-point conversion to cut into this lead. I believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick. Now they safely make the recovery. The onside kick doesn't work. Comes the Western Kentucky offense back on the field. Handoff to the single back. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Here's the 2nd down play. Pre-snap motion from the offense. And there's the handoff. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. third down. He drops to throw. He's got a man down the middle. They make the tackle, but that play moves it inside the red zone. The Hilltoppers begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Chewing clock with the running game. Nothing doing on that play. The big D tackle there for the stop.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Heading for the end zone. Touchdown, Hilltoppers. This offense really clicking.
Well, that's why you practice right there, Chris. This offense had the pressure, the game on their back. They deliver, they get a touchdown, and now make this a two-possession game with under 2 to go. Like their odds of closing this game out.
Now the try for 2. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And he's got it. So the 2-point try is successful, and they build the lead even further. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. Play of the drive now from the 25. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Looking deep for late game heroics. It's caught inside the 30 and still going. Touchdown, Southern Cal. This offense is still clicking.
Man, I love this. Chris, I don't think they're going to have a chance to come all the way back. But here we are, under 2 minutes to go, and they continue to show some fight. And then you know what? Who knows? Maybe you cover an onside kick and you get right back in it.
Now the important point after attempt. UHC is good, but still trailed though. They're lining up to attempt an onside kick. On the hands team, all over that to make the recovery. The Hilltoppers offense retakes the field now. Takes the handoff and he'll head left. 0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
That was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Here's a wrinkle now. They go to the Wildcat formation with an extra blocker. Let's see how this works out. Nowhere to run. A corralling for no gain.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense. Almost anticipating this play, they're in position to bring him down for a loss.
Looking to convert on 3rd down. They come to the line in the Wildcat formation. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. And it's a direct snap. That's a solid gain out of the Wildcat, but not enough for the 1st down. offense in the wildcat. And the defense on alert. Different pre-snap look from the linebackers now. That's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Great defensive play on 4th down. And now the first play of this drive will set up at the 37. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Looking for a late, deep throw. Another interception. That's number 4 today. Are you kidding me? Breaks into the open. He just goes down, and that'll do it for the